Sun, moon, stars,
It's a dark night, 2-0, so you see the beacon of light through that black hole. Greetings, suns and moons, and of course I have to welcome back all my stars. We're going to go ahead and get into channeling this energy. Now, first off, I'm picking up a collective of mothers and their adult children. And since this is the case, you could be a part of the crew that has a lot of flea bites. Now, if you're the mother in this situation, this all came about because of your adult daughter. And because you're not aware of your lineage, what is taking place is confusion. Now, this certainly has everything to do with karmic debt. And because there's a mixture of grown children and their mothers, the ending is going to play out different for all parties involved. However, because someone confessed that they were an archangel, and it wasn't true, they are now in the place of a katina, the one that put the hux on you, or whoever this is. Now, what I'm picking up is someone believes that they are suppus, and because of this, the ending is different for this individual because they are not. Now, if you are the adult daughter of an ex-member, what I'm picking up for you is a past betrayal. However, because this past betrayal involves a cousin and your mother, what I'm picking up is when you made advancements towards your mother's ex-boyfriend, he decided that he would take care of you on the low. And because he still pays your phone bill, you're able to communicate with him from time to time. However, in the near future, things are going to change. Now, if you are the member that still owes me for a reading, what I'm picking up for you is when you were at work at Denny's, they laid in your bed and copulated. And since this is the case, you are now aware of why you broke out in hives. Now, I'm also picking up a similar situation. However, this person is not a member. When you got into it with someone that felt like they could control you, when he came to your home and you opened up the door, he kissed you. And because he had just finished eating someone, you developed the outbreak on your lips. And what I'm getting for you is you're part of the crew that wanted public humiliation for a celebrity. Now, you could be the one that's into it with the child's mother. And because she informed you that he had herpes, you are now aware of why she told everyone that this happened to you. Now, I'm also picking up a recent excursion to Asia. And because several individuals were there at the same time, when you laid down with a specific isikina, they also gave you herpes. Now, you're a part of the crew that felt like if you said, I'm an archangel, that the ones that listen to you spiritually would believe you. However, because where you're at, your longitude and latitude and also your mint name is announced before you speak, when you said it for the 100th time, you collapsed. Now, this has everything to do with you putting a T on an archangel. And since this is the case, when the one you call Thomas hears that you are the person that slept with his ex-wife, he's going to say that you gave it to him. And what I'm picking up is an onslaught of Isanaki diseases. So when you come back to the States, you need to go for a checkup. Now, what I'm picking up is several popular readers here on YouTube also picked this up in their reading. However, you couldn't distinguish who was who, and this is because all of you are into group activities. Now, some of the people involved in these group illicit affairs are married, and since this is the case, when you attempted to mind tap these readers, it got worse for you. Now, those of you that are in speculation of your co-workers, what I have for you is a similar group also participated in the incantation, and because they did it in a forest, those that live by trees or those that have connection with trees also picked it up. Now, some of you thought this was your twin flame doing this, and because of this, you called in someone new. However, you weren't aware that you were supposed to have several connections in between you and this false flame. However, because it's a mixture of false flames that are sleeping with your family members and false flames that are in other connections, the circumstances in between and the outcome is going to be different for everyone involved. And since this is the case, if you know that your real cousin is with their real wife, then that means the readings that you are offering to those individuals in false flame connections are wrong because those people are not their twin flames. And if you know that you ascended several times throughout this 10-year period, then that means these groups attempted to mind tap you, and for some, they actually did. Because what happened was you ended up making the false flame their twin flame. Now, a Leo South Node or a Leo that you used to mess with either did a reading on this or this is someone's false flame. Is also someone that feels like they could practice a ritual that talks about someone becoming broke. Now, what I'm getting is it's reversed on them. However, because these individuals that participate in this want you to believe that they are facilitating someone's decline, they are going to want you to continue to participate. And what I'm talking about is setting someone up. Now, if you are a Leo and you're not involved in any type of incantation or rituals, what I'm getting for you is someone believed that you were there to inflame. And because you are with someone else, they practice a sikatia on you. And what this talks about is removing all of your assets and controlling your finances. Now, my suggestion to you is to reach out to me at oracleoftheether@gmail.com and book with me as soon as possible. Now, for the group that wants to relocate to Atlanta, if you are the daughter, the occupation that you are seeking is not conducive of your health. And if you are this male, the person that you are going to see is someone that also participated in a group, Isifio, which talks about harnessing your Sikiti. And what you're going to experience is you going limp. Now, if you're a part of this underground cipher in Atlanta, when you go to perform, something is going to escape from you. Now, this something is the reason why you sound different on the mic. And since this is the case, I have to inform you, if you continue to go to the crossroads, you're going to experience brain fog. Now, since this is a series reading, all the videos associated with this pool will be available shortly on the appropriate tier. Join the membership. That is it. What is your name? What is your name? Sergisias Ietha.